Okay, we're on to Hoffenheim now from Bundesliga. So going through all the clubs, trying to scout, trying to find some hidden gems, guys to target as they hit the auctions. Kind of a middling team. Let's have a look here. The mid-table, they were mid-table as well last year. So as a result, just a few kind of options that I find, nothing that really jumped out at me too much, but let's have a look. So kind of a bit of a veteran side, if you will, certainly a few young players, but a lot of guys in their 30s and a lot of the guys that are getting regular playing time are sort of kind of into their prime or even heading out of their prime. So I always find those players it's hard to find deals on them sometimes, and because you're sort of hitting them right at their peak, but also there's not maybe as much long-term value. So I tend to look at some of the younger guys that are coming up. So some nice market values here. The biggest of which Baumgartner and Kramaric here, pretty well known. And then some kind of a few guys that are sort of just entering their prime. So let's keep an eye on that. This David Raum, I'm going to touch on him quite a bit. I mean, he's gone up from 5.5 up to almost 10 million. 23-year-old defender. He's starting to get a fair bit of playing time. If we look across here at his form, really nice. 7 is great for a mid-tier side that probably is losing half their matches. This is pretty strong. So, and then the other one that jumped up is Chris Richards. So he's an American on loan from Bayern. He's played for the U.S. national team. He had a DNP in the last international break, but 7.03. So he's performing pretty well. His potential is nice and high as well. Looking elsewhere, yeah. What's interesting about David Raum is he actually debuted with the national team, the German national team, on September 5th. So somebody who, in theory, is on the up and up. So Florian Grillitsch is already kind of an established star of the team, Austrian international, AC Milan. There's rumors of them being interested. So, but you'll see he's a little pricey. Baumgartner as well, has played for Austria, also a little pricey, and Kramaric as well. What's interesting, he's on a free transfer at the end of the season, so he could end up elsewhere, maybe a bigger club or something. I mean, he's sort of entering those latter years, so we'll see. But let's have a look at. I forgot to highlight that. That should be green. So let's have a look at some of the guys that we just mentioned here. So, again, some of the top performers here are some of the guys we just mentioned. But again, they're all kind of in that, 26, 27, 29, 30, things like that. So where we start to see some value. So Chris Richards, we just mentioned, he's kind of been moving up. The thing that worries me about him, his price is fairly steady. These are some cards when he was with Bayern. So we actually haven't seen the new cards come out yet for him. As you can see, there's actually no limiteds out. So this will be interesting to watch and see what we could potentially get him for when those come out, not to mention the new cards for Hoffenheim. But the only thing that worries me a bit with Chris Richards is the 60% of games played, 53%, 58. So he's kind of missing a fair bit. I don't know if this is poor form or if these are injuries or things like that. If he can get back to this level of play, I think you'd be pretty happy. But again, you're still paying a fair premium for someone who's maybe not quite giving you the numbers you need, especially these last 3 matches. So don't love this one. Tons of talent and potential, 21 years old, but I might kind of hold off on that one. David Raum, so he's the one. I did buy him. Let me see if I can find that. What I like, definitely showing some high SO5 scores, obviously some low ones as well. So this isn't someone who maybe you can plug and play every single week, but we're starting to see some really nice numbers come forward here. And like I said, I mean, he played against North Macedonia, got a 70. So this guy seems to be somebody that you could pick up now, and he's kind of on the up and up. In terms of pricing, there's only 3 cards, so rare is kind of a hard one to judge at this moment, but you can get him probably in that kind of 130 range. If we look at limited, where we just see a little more numbers here. So he actually kind of peaked. I mean, card number 1 was way up here, but this 0.05, and then it kind of started to swoop down. I think I got him there's me, 0.027. I thought I got a bit of a steal, but I mean, you can have them for about 0.021, 0.025, things like that. So to me, there's some really nice value here. If you kind of go chasing this guy and you want to kind of have somebody that you might be able to rely on for a number of years potentially, and then flip for greater value. So I like him quite a bit. And then Florian Grillitsch, if you have money to spend, I mean, he's already priced quite high. But I mean, look at these numbers. Like pretty much everywhere across the board is in the 50s and up. And then he's very, very capable of some 60s, 70s, a couple of hundreds there. So this guy's a star, 26 years old, just so steady. And I mean, look at it. Look what you can get him, at least if you're playing the limited game. Like really, really attainable. Certainly in rare, it's a bit pricey. Super rare, by the way. I mean, that's a great price if you can find a buyer for half an ETH, and if you have something like that, I think that's fantastic. It's rare. I talk about super rare, but that one really jumps out at me. That should be maybe triple the price, maybe double at least. Yeah, it might be hard to find a deal here at the rare value. I think that's probably priced accordingly, but limited looks really interesting as well if you can find that. So there you have it. That's my wrap up of Hoffenheim. We'll jump on to the next one. There's the spreadsheet link is below, and you can also click on through to Sorare. It helps me get a little an affiliate bonus. So thanks for doing that. I put a lot of time into it. So I hope this is working out for you. Take care. Okay, bye.